Behind me I have a Tesla Model 3 Performance. It already has a full body PPF wrap on it. It's already ceramic coated, so why is it in my shop? I'm going to show you. If you're in the Tesla community, you know the importance of paint protection. Paint protection film and ceramic coating, and both together offer the best protection for your vehicle. This particular Model 3 had a full body and ceramic coat install 18 months ago. The customer had a certain level of expectation, and when he picked the car up, none of his expectations were met. None of the edges on any of the panels were wrapped. Alignment issues, high impact areas on the vehicle where they wasn't even wrapped, so there's bare paint still on high impact areas that are still getting chipped up, so that defeats the purpose of a paint protection film install. So we're going to remove this wrap and install it a completely different way. This is a template installation. There's a lot of issues on here that are from an inexperienced installer, or they just rush the install and get it out the door as quick as possible. So we'll go into our process and show you the after footage of how we actually installed it, and you can compare the difference of the two. So now that we have removed all the old film off the car, unfortunately there's some areas on the vehicle which was exposed exposed because the film wasn't wrapping the areas around the wheel wells, which are damaged and are chipped up, which unfortunately we can't repair. But the film's off. We went ahead and decontaminated the vehicle again. We polished the paint prior to now the new application of the film. So we are left now with a clean slate. We're going to start on the hood. The emblem has already been removed. So we're going to jump straight into it. So during the process, I'm going to show you some footage and explanation of how we are installing the film and the benefits of doing it the way we do it. And we'll go through the entire install, so stay tuned. So as you can see, we've now got the hood installed on this Model 3, and all the edges, the excess film is over the edges right now. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and trim about 1/4 of an inch all the way around the exterior of the hood. We'll let that dry, and then we'll be able to come up later, roll those edges, and they'll be completely sealed. We'll heat seal them so they don't lift, and that will be 100% coverage the entire perimeter of the hood. So it's a lot cleaner, and you won't even see the film is on the hood. And then also over time, there's no chance of buildup of dirt like was on the previous install. So as I mentioned earlier, the majority of shops, they install the forward-facing template, that there is a line that stops here. That's a line that can collect dirt, and also an area that can potentially lift. So what we do is we wrap the entire mirror, so the entire face and the inside of the mirror is covered. There's no line, and there is very little chance of this lifting. So once we seal all the edges, you wouldn't even know this mirror is installed with PPF. So that's the great thing about it too. The full coverage protection, and also the looks. So come in for a closer look, and we'll show you the entire mirror wrap.
So just about to wrap the rear door, and before this had a wrap, but the film was probably about 1/4 of an inch from the edge, and you can see this side is actually not too bad compared to the other side, but the leading edge of the passenger door is already chipped up, so that kind of defeats the purpose of the owner previously having a full body wrap and not wrapping the edges. So even though we can't do anything about the damage, when we reinstall this door, we'll actually wrap everything all the way in, so this will prevent this from any further damage. So one of the things we really specialize and set ourselves apart from in the Tesla community is we're able to wrap this front bumper in one piece of film. That means there's no seams, complete full coverage. The template for this has a seam that runs down here all the way across. It's 2 pieces. That means you've got 2 pieces of film joined together where they don't necessarily join up like I showed you at the beginning of the video. And also, because we're doing full coverage, one, we eliminate that seam, but secondly, there's a couple of rock chips on the other side of the bumper where film wasn't covering it, even with the template. So we're able to wrap all the edges and cover more or less all the paint, so it's more protected. Aesthetically, it looks better and less chance of any issues with it lifting. There we have it. The Tesla Model 3 is now complete. We're in our full body custom PPF install. So let's take a look at the final results. Just to recap some of the key areas that really separate us from other shops. The front bumper, we do it in one continuous piece, no seams, for full coverage. Eliminates the risk of edges lifting down there, and also dirt lines that can appear. So we do full complete coverage. The mirrors, full coverage inside and the face of the mirror. The rear deck lid, instead of having a big seam across the top, we do that in one continuous piece. So especially on a white car, very little chance of dirt buildup in the edges because everything's wrapped. And you would be hard pressed to even know this car has a full body install on it. So there you go, it's all complete. So if you like our videos, give us a big thumbs up and subscribe, and come back for the next video.